Hello guys, in the today's chapter, let us study about the AC current. In that one, so we shall study the three topics, that is AC voltage applied to pure resistor, similarly AC voltage applied to a capacitor, AC voltage applied to a inductor. Okay. Now we shall study the AC voltage applied to pure resistor. Consider the circuit. Okay, we have a AC source of voltage V, that is Vm sin omega t, where Vm sin omega t is the voltage of this AC source, and we have connected a resistor R with this AC source. So I have written some explanation. Consider a pure resistor R. This is a pure resistor R is connected with an AC source of voltage, that is V equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay. So from Ohm's law, so we know Ohm's law, that is V equal to IR. Then you have to explain this thing. From Ohm's law, if I is the current across the resistor R, if I is the current, you can mention the current I. If I is the current across the resistor R, which develops a potential difference, this current develops a potential difference across the R, that is V equal to IR. Okay. By applying the Kirchhoff's loop rule, you know the loop rule, that is voltage rule. Sum of the potential across the circuit consisting battery and resistor equal to 0, that is summation E of t equal to 0. Okay. So therefore, so we get, so what is the voltage across due to this source, that is V equal to Vm sin omega t. What is the potential difference developed across the R, that is V equal to IR. Therefore, by Kirchhoff's loop rule we can write Vm sin omega t equal to IR. Clear? So we need equation for current. So keep I here. So bring R to the left hand side. You will get Vm by R into sin omega t. Okay. What is voltage by resistance? It is nothing but current. Here Vm. What is Vm? That is the amplitude of the voltage, maximum value of the voltage. Vm by R. You can write it as Im by Ohm's law. So therefore, I equal to, you can write this as Im sin omega t. Then you can mention where Im equal to Vm by R. Okay, we got the two equations. One is for voltage, V equal to Vm sin omega t, the equation number 1. We got the equation for current, I equal to Im sin omega t. Compare both the equation. We have V, here we have I, we have Vm, here we have Im. But here see the phase. The phase of the voltage is omega t. The phase of the resistor is also omega t. The function both are same sign. Okay, therefore, we can conclude that from equation 1 and 2, it is clear that voltage and current are in phase because both have the same phases. Okay. So, this is the derivation for AC voltage applied to a pure resistor. So, you have to draw the circuit diagram, then you have to mention the equation for voltage due to the AC source V equal to Vm sin omega t. Then the potential difference developed across the resistor is V equal to IR. Then by Kirchhoff's loop rule we can write Vm sin omega t equal to I into R. So bring R to the left hand side, you will get Vm by R equal into sin omega t, that is I equal to Vm by R into sin omega t. So you can write Vm by R as Im, that is the amplitude of the current Im. Therefore, you get I equal to Im sin omega t. Now compare these two equations, V equal to Vm sin omega t, I equal to Im sin omega t. Both have the same phases. Therefore, you can write the conclusion, voltage and current are in phase. Okay. And the most important thing is the phasor diagram. It may be asked for 2 mark R in this derivation. So, what is the phase of the voltage? Omega t. Okay. Draw a bigger line, bigger arrow this with the angle omega t. This phase is omega t. But the phase of the current also omega t, it also lie on the same line. with the angle omega t. Okay, the small line, small arrow represent the current I, the bigger arrow represent the voltage V. Then, so this dotted line represents the maximum value of the current in the sine function, that is Im. What is Im? Amplitude of the current. So, here our maximum value of the current, here this dotted line represent the Vm, that is once again the amplitude of the voltage in the sine function. Okay. So, this is the phasor diagram. So, in the exam you have to write all these things if they asked for 3 or 5 mark question. Next, let us study about the AC voltage applied to pure capacitor. The second one is pure capacitor. AC voltage applied to a pure capacitor. So, consider the circuit. This is the AC source with the voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t. Let it be equation number 1. And a capacitor C is connected with this AC source. Okay. Then you have to write some explanation. Consider the circuit where the capacitor C is connected to an AC source of voltage. Consider the circuit where the capacitor C, this one, capacitor C is connected to a AC source, this is AC source of voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t. Clear? The voltage of this AC source is V equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay. So, let Q be the charge on the capacitor at any time t. If it charges means, get charged means, the charges flows into the capacitor is Q at any time t. Then the instantaneous voltage V across the capacitor is, when the charge flows, the voltage develops in this C. It is given by V equal to Q by C, where C is the constant. Okay, that is the capacitance. So, V equal to Q by C. So, we got the two equation. This is the voltage for AC source, this is the voltage developed in the capacitor. So, from Kirchhoff's loop rule, the voltage across the source and the capacitor is equal, or sum of the potential drop total, okay, voltage equal to 0, that is Kirchhoff's loop rule. So, using that loop rule you can write Vm sin omega t, that is this equation, Vm sin omega t equal to Q by C, both for V, C here. Okay. We need equation for current. Okay. Here we have a Q, okay, but we know the current I is nothing but dq by dt. Okay, current I is given by dq by dt. That means we have to differentiate these terms. Okay, bring C to the left hand side. We have Vm sin omega t equal to Q by C. Bring C to the left hand side. You will get Q equal to Vm C sin omega t. I have written here. Q equal to Vm C sin omega t. Then you differentiate both the side with respect to the time. That is, you will get dq by dt here. Dq by dt equal to d by dt of Vm C sin omega t. Okay. So, but what is dq by dt? dq by dt is nothing but the current I. dq by dt is nothing but current I. Then we have this term d by dt of Vm C sin omega t. Here Vm is the single term. Okay. So, dq by dt is nothing but I. Then you have to write this term here. Then now you have to differentiate this term. Here Vm and C are the constants. Take it out. Vm, C are the constant. Take it out. You will get C Vm. Then you have to differentiate sin omega t. Sin omega t. The differentiation of sin omega t is cos omega t into omega. The differentiation of sin omega t is, okay, sin is cos, once again omega t. So, sin omega t is cos omega t into omega. Clear? See, once again the differentiation of Vm C sin omega t. In this term you have to bring the constant. Here the constants are Vm into C, C into Vm. Okay. Then you have to differentiate sin omega t. The differentiation of sin omega t is cos omega t. once again omega t you have to differentiate, that is into omega. So, you will get this term omega c Vm cos omega t. Okay. Now, you can replace cos omega t in terms of sine using trigonometric function. So, cos omega t equal to sin omega t plus pi by 2. You have to remember this one. Okay, we can write the cos omega t in terms of sine function, that is cos omega t equal to sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. So, like this you can write cosine function in terms of sine. Then we have this term omega c. Omega c can be written as whole by 1 by omega c, nothing will change. Okay. So, omega c can be written as omega c into Vm, this can be written as whole by 1 by omega c, that is the same thing. So, see here, this equation we have written like this, I equal to Vm whole by 1 by omega c, this is nothing but the same term. Okay. You can reciprocal and you can multiply it, and cos function, cosine function I have written like this, sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. Just write this equation as like this, that is Vm by 1 by omega c into sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. Now, you can write 1 by omega c as xc, where xc equal to 1 by omega c. It is the capacitive reactance. You can just replace 1 by omega c as xc, let it be xc, where xc is the 1 by omega c is called capacitive reactance. See this equation carefully. We have I equal to Vm by something, that is nothing but resistance here, Vm by resistance, that is Vm by xc, capacitive reactance. So, this can be written as Im, Vm by xc can be written as Im, it is using Ohm's law, Vm by xc written as Im. Then next is the same thing, sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. I equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. We got the final equation for current, I equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2, equation number 2. Now, compare the two equations, that is for voltage we have Vm sin omega t. Here for current Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. See the phases. Okay. Here the phase angle is omega t for voltage, for the current the phase angle is omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. That means the current leads the voltage by pi by 2, because here we have extra pi by 2. Okay. So, voltage Vm, the phase is omega t, in the current the phase is omega t plus pi by 2. So, the current leads the voltage by pi by 2, that is the conclusion you have to write. The current leads the voltage by pi by 2 from equation 1 and 2. Finally, you have to draw the phasor diagram. See, this bigger line represent the voltage, bigger arrow represent the voltage V with the phase angle omega t. Okay, with this axis t. With this axis the angle is omega t, but the current, this smaller line represent current I, the phase angle is 90 plus omega t, that is omega t plus pi by 2. So, it is clear from this diagram that current is pi by 2 times forward or leads the voltage. The current leads the voltage by pi by 2, or you can write voltage lags behind the current by pi by 2. Okay, then you have to join this maximum value of the voltage, that is Vm, that is the amplitude of the voltage, then dotted line this one represent Im, that is the maximum voltage of maximum value of the current Im, that is the amplitude. Okay. So, guys, this is all about the AC voltage applied to a capacitor. So, in this one you have to draw the diagram with the AC source and the capacitor. The voltage across the AC source is Vm sin omega t. The voltage developed in this capacitor is V equal to Q by C. By using Kirchhoff loop rule, you can write Vm sin omega t equal to Q by C. Bring C here, you will get Q equal to Vm C sin omega t. Then differentiate both sides with respect to the time dq by dt equal to this one, dq by dt equal to d of Vmc sin omega t by dt. But dq by dt is nothing but the current I is the rate of flow of charge, I equal to dq by dt, q is the charge. So, instead of dq by dt you can write it as I. So, therefore, you get I equal to d of Vmc sin omega t by dt. Okay. If you differentiate this term, you have to bring Vmc constant outside, Cvm, then the differentiation of sin omega t is nothing but cos omega t into omega. Okay. Now, you can write the cos omega t in terms of sin as sin omega t plus pi by 2, and you can write omega c as Vm by whole by 1 by omega c into sin omega t plus pi by 2. And just replace 1 by omega c as xc, where xc is the capacitive reactance. We have Vm by xc is nothing but Im and sin omega t plus pi by 2. If you compare the voltage for AC source, that is Vm sin omega t here is there, and for current it is I equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2 is here. So, it is clear that the current leads the voltage by pi by 2. That is the conclusion you have to write. Then you have to draw the phasor diagram. It is very important for 1 mark or for total for 3 or 5 mark questions. So, next let us study about the AC voltage applied to pure inductor. AC voltage applied to an pure inductor. So, in the same as the previous case, consider this as a AC source with the voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t with the inductor L. Okay. Then you have to write some explanation. Consider an inductor L. This inductor, you have to draw this is spring like diagram. Inductor is a coils. Consider an inductor L with a negligible resistance. This must be a negligible resistance connected to an AC source of voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t. Let it be equation number 1. What is this? This is the voltage of AC source V equal to Vm sin omega t. Then, due to this current, a induced EMF is developed in this inductor. The self-induced EMF in the inductor is given by V equal to minus L into di by dt, where L is the self-inductance. Okay. For mutual inductance we write M, here for self-inductance we write L. Okay. It is a constant here. So, we got two equations. This is the voltage developed, voltage due to this AC source Vm sin omega t. The induced EMF, okay, that is V equal to minus L di by dt in this inductor. Then by using Kirchhoff's loop rule, summation of the potential difference developed in all the batteries and the resistors involving must be 0. So, sum of f t equal to 0. Now, we can equate the two equations, that is Vm sin omega t plus, that is minus L di by dt equal to 0. Bring this term to the right hand side. What you get? Vm sin omega t equal to L di by dt. Okay. So, we need equation for current. Here I is here, okay, di. So, bring L to the left hand side, you will get Vm by L. I have written here Vm by L sin omega t. Okay. The remaining is di by dt. So, therefore, di by dt equal to this term Vm by L, okay, Vm by L into sin omega t. So, we have the term di here. So, to get the value of I, we have to integrate it. We have to integrate So, that is you have to integrate both sides with respect to the time dt. So, integration with respect to dt on the two sides, you will get integration of di by dt into dt equal to integration of Vm by L sin omega t into dt. So, dt cancel, you will get integration of di. Here Vm by L is constant, take it out. So, Vm is the amplitude of the voltage, L is the self inductance. So, both are constant for a given circuit. So, take it out Vm by L, then you have to integrate sin omega t dt. Okay. So, integration of di is I. Integration of di is I. So, already we have taken this Vm by L constant outside. Now, we have to integrate sin omega t dt. Integration of sin omega t is minus cos omega t by omega. Integration of sin is minus cos. Okay. So, sin omega t is minus cos omega t. Once again you have to integrate omega t, that is 1 by omega. Clear? Integration of sin omega t is minus cos omega t, then once again omega t, that is 1 by omega. So, integration of sin omega t is minus cos omega t by omega. Okay. Take this omega outside, you can write this equation as I equal to Vm by omega L, Vm by omega L into minus cos omega t. Okay. So, we have cosine function here, we need to change it into sine function. So, you can write minus cos omega t as sin omega t minus pi by 2. You can write minus cos omega t as sin omega t minus pi by 2. Clear? Using trigonometric function, you can write minus cos omega t as sin omega t minus pi by 2, and just write omega L as XL. Okay. So, you can write this equation as Vm by XL into sin omega t minus pi by 2, where XL is the inductive reactance, where XL is called inductive reactance. You have to remember this, XL is nothing but omega L. Okay. So, see, look at here, using Ohm's law, Vm by some resistance, we can write it as current. Vm by XL is nothing but Im, where Im is the maximum value of the current, amplitude of the current. Therefore, we get I equal to this one, Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So, we got the final equation. This is the equation number 2. What was the equation number 1? That is, for voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t. Okay. Here for current, Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. See the phase here. Here both the functions are sine. Therefore, here phase is omega t minus pi by 2, but for the voltage it is omega t. For the current it is omega t minus pi by 2. Minus means it lags. So, you can write the conclusion. This is for current. Therefore, the current lags behind the voltage by pi by 2. This is the conclusion you can write from equation 192. It is clear that current lags behind the voltage by pi by 2, or vice versa you can write voltage leads the current by pi by 2. Voltage leads or current lags. Okay. Then you can draw the phasor diagram. So, draw the x and y coordinates here, the time function. So, first draw this line, voltage line, this a bigger arrow mark, voltage, that is voltage with the phase angle omega t, with the phase angle omega t. Okay. But current lags the voltage by pi by 2. The angle between this small line represent the current I, this small line represents the current I, small arrow. Okay. The angle between I and V must be 90 degree. Okay. V and I must be 90 degree. So, therefore, you will get pi by 2 minus omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. So, then join this maximum value of the voltage, that is Vm, that is the amplitude of the voltage. So then join this maximum value of the current, that is Im, that is the amplitude of the current. Okay guys, this is about the AC voltage applied to an inductor. In this one you have to draw the circuit diagram, very important. AC source, then we have an inductor L, then the voltage across this AC source is V equal to Vm sin omega t, then the EMF induced in this inductor is V equal to minus L di by dt. Then using Kirchhoff's voltage rule, you can write it as Vm sin omega t plus minus L di by dt equal to 0. Bring this two term to the right hand side, you will get positive term Vm sin omega t equal to L di by dt. Okay, we need current, therefore keep di by dt here only, bring L to the left hand side, you will get di by dt equal to Vm by L into sin omega t. Then integrate both the side with respect to dt, you will get di by dt into dt equal to integration of Vm by L sin omega t into dt. So dt cancels, integration of di equal to, bring the constant Vm by L outside, you will get the remaining term integration of sin omega t dt. Integration of di is I. So Vm by L into integration of cos omega, sin omega t is minus cos omega t into the integration of omega t is 1 by omega, I have written here. Okay. So take omega outside, you will get Vm by omega L into minus cos omega t. Now we have to replace these two terms. Okay, replace minus cos omega t as sin omega t minus pi by 2. Replace omega L as XL, where XL is called inductive reactance, and you can write minus cos omega t as sin omega t minus pi by 2 in the using trigonometric functions. Therefore, using Ohm's law, Vm by XL can be written as Im, voltage by the resistance, we can write it as the current Im into sin omega t minus pi by 2. Now you have to compare the phases of voltage and current. The phase of the voltage is omega t, here the phase of the current is omega t minus pi by 2. It is clear that the current lags the voltage by pi by 2, or voltage leads the current by pi by 2. Then you have to draw the phasor diagram. Bigger line represent the voltage, smaller line represent the current. The phase is for voltage is omega t, but current lags the voltage by pi by 2. Okay. So these are the three different derivations are very important for your exam purpose. Okay guys, if you like the video, please share and comment. Thank you.